Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Henry and Susan, and we are here live again. We are getting ready for summer. So, summer is coming along, and things are starting to happen. We're getting a little bit of rain on the weekends, and we do notice that. So, there's customers that are kind of hoping that the rain cleans them over the weekend, and then sometimes you get jobs that are going to be delayed because um, they're pretty much just waiting on the rain to clean them and what have you. And then we have customers that are really good that are sticking to their schedule and going out there and just cleaning their panels and what have you. So uh, we are getting busier and starting to pick up a lot more. And we do notice that I'm sure a lot of you guys are starting to get busier now. And we're hoping that that's the case, for everyone to go out there and make sure that you guys are out there and you are getting busy. Um, the weather hasn't really got hot yet, so that's a kind of a good thing. Um, so as soon as it starts to get hot, then everybody starts to call. That's just the nature of this industry. This industry is basically as soon as it gets in the hundreds, you guys are going to get phone calls left and right. Everybody wants their solar panels clean when it's 105 degrees. Now, are you going to charge more because it's hotter and you got to go out there and you have to work a little bit harder in the heat? Or are you going to undercut everybody and try to get as much jobs as possible? Um, that's one of the things that you have to really, really think about because summertime gets extremely busy, and we can turn around $20,000 to $30,000 a month just on summertime. And so a lot of that carries over to winter. So we go out there and we're able to take care of our finances, take care of a few other things because it's a really good summer. Summer is excellent for a lot of us. And I'm just wondering if you guys are that company that's going to go out there and try to get as much jobs, but you're not going to charge a whole lot of money, or you're going to go out there and charge more money and make more profits, um, during the summertime. And so you really have to pay attention to the industry because the industry is telling you guys there's lots of work, lots of business. Um, but there's people that come in that will undercut a lot of people and they will try to get as much money as they possibly can. And then all of a sudden, come wintertime, they're out of business because they didn't make money during the summer. They made enough money to undercut their competition, but did they make enough money to survive during the off season, during the winter months, during the months that are very, very slow? So that's one of the things that you really, really have to pay attention to because, as Susan knows, she answers the phones quite a bit. So she's going to, book as many jobs as she possibly can. But at the same time, um, it's within reason because there are days where it's going to get hot and it's going to get hot very early. And, things are going to happen to where you're going to get burnt out. And a lot of you guys will get burnt out because you're not using the right equipment. You're going out there and using the other stuff that's you're going to be able to use for like window cleaning and so forth. Even though it does a fantastic job, there's nothing wrong with that. But I always tell my competition, I always tell my competitors, I can get up and do 60 panels in 20 minutes. And they can't say the same for themselves because they're pushing a um, a water fed pole. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that you guys really have to think about your equipment. Is your equipment going to be justifiable for you to go out there and spend as least amount of time on the roof as possible? And that's what you want. It's funny because we did some jobs today, and within 20 minutes on a two-story house, we were completely finished, done. And we did one on a two-story, so we had solar panels on a two-story, and then on the single story, we had panels there too. And other than taking the ladder down from the two-story to put it on the single story, uh, that was really the only thing, and we were done fairly quickly. So we try to get the jobs done as quickly as possible, especially when the heat's coming, because as soon as that heat comes, oh boy, you guys better watch out because it's gonna burn a lot of you guys out.
Even though he has the C1000,
Yeah.
If it's really really hot, I will probably only give him 3 jobs and just spread them out throughout the week because it burns you out easily.
Yeah.
Especially on the roof, on a 2-story roof.
Well, summertime's different. We got to take more than 3 jobs. I mean, that's just the
Well, no. What I'm saying is, I
Yeah.
will schedule 3 jobs in one day.
minimum.
Minimum.
Yeah.
Because that way I can use the other days and spread them out. That way it's not hard on you.
Yeah.
Because especially a 2-story house, the more 2-story houses you do, the more burnt out you can get because it is hotter up there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
And especially if you're doing bird proofing, because we only book 1 bird proofing a day, because we don't know how long we're going to be up on that roof. And so if we're up on the roof early, say 8 o'clock in the morning, we literally can get done by 11 o'clock and we're done for the day and we're out, you know. And so that helps us out. And we've made well over $1,000 or what have you for that day, 1 job, and we're done. And so we don't have to worry about the income for that day because she'll schedule it for other days. And even on weekends, because we do a lot of commercial on the weekends, try to get that taken care of on the weekends. And then a residential, we will hit during the week as much as we can. But when bird proofing comes in, sometimes we have to do the weekends on bird proofing because I need help, obviously. I can't do it by myself because if I'm doing it by myself, it just takes a lot longer. And you want to have somebody else with you to where you're out there and you guys are doing it together. There's a lot of guys that
and Henry has a good helper that they knock it out in like 2-3 hours, if that.
Fairly quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't mess around. We get up there, we get the stuff done, we bird proof, we put the spikes up, we do what we have to do to get it done as quick as possible, and then we're out. And then but there's guys out here that are new and they're up there for a long, long time and they're up there by themselves, or they figure they take all the money for themselves. So they're doing the bird proofing, they're doing the bird spikes and doing the owls and doing all the other stuff. They're trying to get all that taken care of by themselves. And yeah, the money is great, but you got to be really careful about your health. Got to be really careful about, dehydrating up there and what have you, because anything can happen.
Tara Lynn knows that you got to be out by a certain time because
yeah,
over there in Vegas, it's brutal.
Yeah, Vegas is no joke, and Palm Springs is no joke. We got guys up there that work up there. Indio, all upper desert.
Because that heat is no joke.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of heat that comes through, especially during the day, because during the day, forget it. I mean, uh, you want to try to knock it out as early as possible. Sometimes we're up at 6 o'clock in the morning and we're gone, and we're just literally out early so we can get the stuff done early. Sometimes that can work against you, especially if it's a bad, like a overcast day,
Mhm. Oh yeah.
because you can slip, you can fall. It's
Mhm.
wet. The dew from the morning dew
Mhm.
is still on there, and just got to be
Mhm.
really careful, because if you're not, then you can get hurt, really bad. If you guys are here and you want to ask us a question, feel free to go into chat and just put in chat like Tara Lynn did. And welcome, Tara Lynn. Haven't seen you in a while. That must mean you're busy. You're doing some good things. I miss you guys. I've been missing your lives, so I'm glad to participate. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you, and we're glad to see you here. So um, now we are getting busier, and we're trying to get a lot of stuff going. I'm looking at new things. We're looking at new equipment. We're looking at a lot of new stuff um, that we have to get, because we're our other stuff is getting tired. We just had an issue today, as a matter of fact, with our van. It's got 170,000 miles on it, and the transmission was acting up. So we took it in, and they're working on it, and we'll get that back. But maybe that's a sign for us to buy a brand new van or something. What do you think?
Mm. No comment.
She wants a new car. That's what she
I
wants.
no, not that I want. I need.
I need.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
The Jaguar is not good enough for you.
No comment.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want
She wants a
more room.
SUV.
Mhm.
So, but guys, I mean, you really have to pay attention to this industry. There are a lot of people coming into this industry, and they're destroying this industry, literally destroying it. And if you're established, go after your repeat customers, get your repeat customers, get your repeat business, try to do contracts, get your contracts set. We go for 3-year contracts, 5-year contracts on a commercial. And so we try to keep the contracts there. And even every single new job now, we go after contracts and try to get that taken care of, because there's a lot of guys out here that are going to take food off your plate, so to speak. So you got to be really careful, when it comes down to that. And you know, the economy now, everything is getting to that point where it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. So people are doing their homework. Do you agree on that?
Mhm.
They're doing their homework.
Mhm.
They're out there and they're checking around.
Mhm.
You're not the only person out there anymore. And trust me, I got Northern California calling, I got Las Vegas calling, I got Arizona calling, and all these guys, Southern California, all these guys are feeling the pinch, because there's more people getting into this industry. And they're getting into the industry because it's not regulated. This industry, anybody can get in here and charge what they charge. You got high school kids that are coming in and trying to do the work, and they don't have a clue, or they are they just don't have a clue what it takes um, to do the business as a business. There's a lot of people coming in treating this as a hobby, and so they come in, they lowball everybody, and then they go out there, and then they have lunch money, or gas money, and then they're out. And they may take business away from you. So those are the things that you have to be really, really careful. There's a lot of people now that are asking for discounts, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Every time you get on that phone, it's,
Mm-hmm.
can I get a discount? Can I get a discount?
People are feeling the pinch.
They're feeling the pinch.
Mm-hmm.
They know that they have to have their solar panels clean in order to produce, and a lot of people are just, they're coming onto our channel. And thank you guys for making this channel number one as far as solar panel cleaning on YouTube. We just hit 11,100 subscribers on our YouTube channel. 11,100 subscribers as of 2 days ago. Congratulations. I think it was because of her. I don't know. Who knows? So, but yeah, we did. We're doing extremely well. We have customers that will call us and say, "Hey, I saw you guys on YouTube. I only want you guys to do our bird proofing," and that makes us feel real good because we're educating people at the same time. At the same time, we have lots and lots of videos out there, over 700 videos, I believe, we have just on this YouTube channel alone. And so it's a lot of videos where people can watch our videos from the past till now, and they're starting to pick it up and starting to learn. The only thing is now we're getting more people coming into the business. So when you get more people coming into the business, guess what? They take business away from you. So you have to outsmart them. You have to go out there and make sure that you are on top of your game, that you guys are out there doing what you need to do to get seen, especially on Google, especially on YouTube, Instagram. There's tons of guys advertising on Instagram, and we see it. And one of the things that I think Susan won't do is she won't advertise on Instagram, because there's a lot of competition that is on Instagram, and they all see each other's work. And so it's funny because we know what everybody's doing because they put themselves on Instagram. We know exactly what they're doing, what they, how busy they are, and so forth. And one of the things is you have to make sure that you don't give anybody any information that you don't want them to know. And when I say that,
There's certain things you got to keep to yourself that will make you stand out for your business.
mm-hmm,
Because if you give up all your information, they can go around and do the same thing you're doing and then undercut you. So there's certain things that we want to keep to ourselves and not just let everybody else know.
yeah, I mean, and that's not holding information back as far as, people learning this business or, we're teaching this business. No. There are guys out here that pay me for my time to go out there and teach them this business, and I'll do that, but they pay me for it. And so, I don't really throw a whole lot more out there because we have over 200 people that have came into this business just in our area. So we get people all the time that call us. We just had somebody last week that asked us, that was on our podcast last week,
Mm-hmm.
and had asked us, about certain things, and he was 5 miles from where we were, and which is great. There's nothing wrong with it, but we try to tell people the truth. We try to tell people, hey, look, if you're getting into this industry, you guys got to do your homework. If you don't do your homework and you fail, there's nobody to blame but yourself. Nobody. And that's one of the things that you really have to do if you're getting into this business. I cannot tell you or stress that enough as far as if you're going to go out and spend thousands of dollars on equipment, you better make sure you have work. Because if you don't have work, it's just going to sit there. And and these guys are going to be hating life because they're getting in either on the wrong time, they're getting it in when the season's ending, they're getting in when it's just about over. Um, so you have to be you got to do your due diligence and go out there and really check out this industry. Yeah, yeah, you can make money. You can make lots of money, but it just depends where you're at. I mean, there's a guy that called us the other day and he has no competition. And he has a gold mine right in his old backyard.
But he hasn't started yet. It's taken him 2 years.
It's taken him 2 years, but I kudos to him because he just bought the C1000. He just bought it. He is so fired up now. He just bought the C1000. It's not even delivered yet, but he has watched every single one of our videos, every single one of them. And it's been 2 years. No, it's been longer than 2 years. It's been about 3 years since he's contacted me. And he says, you know what? I'm finally pulling the trigger. I'm ready now. And I said, great. And but he's doing his homework. And one of the things that I tell everyone is if you're gonna get into this business, check your competition. Find out how many people you're competing with. When I got into this business, there was nobody in this business. It was just two window cleaners. That was it. Now there's over 200 people doing solar panel cleaning. So when you look at our maps and you look at Google Maps and you look at all these guys out here, it doesn't matter. You can have 400 plus reviews. Doesn't mean that you're going to get all the business because you don't. Even us, we have well over 200 5-star reviews. We have nothing less. And we get phone calls, but I'm telling you, if a guy who just came in and Google recognizes them as a new company, then they may give them a little bit of link juice to go out there and put their business out there. So they may be getting phone calls. Luckily, we get our stuff organically now. We don't have to pay for ads or what have you. That's not the case with a new business. A new business, you better have marketing money. And when I say marketing money, I'm saying you better be able to market yourself and at least spend in the neighborhood of $3,000 to $10,000 a month in this industry. Just solar panel cleaning, just that keyword alone is around $13 per click. So when somebody clicks on that and you got a keyword as solar panel cleaning in there, you're paying lots of money. Google is eating up your funds really, really fast. And then there's other companies out there, Nextdoor, Yelp, Thumbtack, and those companies you really have to watch out for because those companies are service-based companies. So it doesn't matter who clicks on it. For example, we'll use Yelp as an example. That Yelp, if you go out there and somebody clicks on your ad and they just say, how much is your service? And when somebody answers on Yelp, you just got charged And that's it. Facebook ads. I hate Facebook. I hate Facebook ads. Some of you guys love it. Some of you guys use that stuff for free. No problem. But you have to be, you got to know who you're catering to. And I've always said this. Always said this. Facebook, people go there to socialize. YouTube, people go there to find information. Instagram, people go there to share pictures and videos, okay, about their business. TikTok is more business oriented now, but there's a lot of people out there doing ads and they're promoting their business or they're promoting a product. So as far as a service-based business, unless you own a restaurant, unless you do something that is, I don't know, maybe trying to drive people in every single day, no problem. But solar panel cleaning, that's a whole different game. That's a whole different game. Did we say hi to Petra?
Mm-mm.
Hi, Petra. Petra Hernandez said hello to Miss T. Haven't seen you in a long time either. So hopefully everything is going well. You want to answer that? So sorry, guys. Our business is still running, even during our YouTube, live. We're still taking phone calls till 8 o'clock at night. So when we all great, working like crazy. That's good, awesome. And that's a good thing because we are coming in to the end of April. And April and May, June, July, it's going to take off. It's going to take off for a lot of you guys. Here, let me just put my volume just a little bit low. So, as you can see in the phone calls.
Oh yeah, nobody answered. They hung up.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about this one. I'm talking about in general.
Oh yeah, they hung up. So.
Oh, okay. Well, guess it wasn't important.
Mm-hmm.
But how many of you guys get robocalls from people?
Mm.
You get robocalls from people wanting to fund your business. Maybe give you a loan. Maybe to give you something. You have to be really, really careful when it comes down to programs like that, because they will take your business right from underneath you and you wouldn't even know it, because there are high interest loans, high interest to where they target a certain industry. Remember, solar panel cleaning is a new industry, but there are very few people that have been in this industry for a decade or more. Very few. And those guys, they already know. Sorry, guys, there goes the putty cat. Yeah. So, some things like that you got to really pay attention to, because Susan gets those calls all the time. And
I hang up on them.
How many calls a day do you normally get?
A lot.
For just people trying to give you money,
Not necessarily money. If you.
What are they? I mean, if you could share.
It's just every stupid little, thing, and I just hang up on them. I don't have time to listen to their jibber jabber.
Jibber jabber.
Yeah, I don't have the patience for that, so I just hang up on them.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah, it just matters where you're at. We get a lot of phone calls from guys that will call us, and they'll ask information, get information for free, and what have you, which is no problem for us. I mean, that's why we're out here. Got another call here. Another call. And so I see people here from Texas. Shoe Profit. Hello, Leo from Texas. What's up? John Madrano. What's up, guys? Too many robocalls. Absolutely. David, 24/7. Hey, guys. What's up there, David? Um, we said hello, Tara Lynn already, and Petra coming in. And don't forget to smash the like button, guys. That helps us out a lot. Um, as I was saying, we're tearing it up when it comes to new subscribers. They're coming in. We have 11,100 subscribers now. Uh, I'm trying to get it to 15,000. I would love to get 15,000 new subscribers. I think we will have that by the end of the year. I really do, and it's growing. For us to have that many subscribers is a blessing because it's a small industry. So we get people that maybe are doing auto detailing or doing what are the other things? Oh, pest control.
Window cleaning.
That yeah, what is it?
Window cleaning.
Window cleaners that coming in, and shoot for 15K by June. Yeah,
That's tough.
that's tough. I mean, I'm trying to be real. Well, I don't know if we'll get 15,000, but we're getting a lot of people that are coming in and watching our videos for the very first time, and so I'm really impressed with that. Um, it's starting to really take off now. We are on TikTok um, and also Instagram. I don't do Instagram too much. I try not to. Um, I may post a few things. Uh, Susan has her own channel on TikTok, and so she has. Well, what do you have? You want to tell them or?
Oh, Foodie Ninjas too. We go out and we try different places to eat and we post it. I just posted. We went to the racetrack,
Santa Anita
racetrack, and I went walking around and saw a horse, and I got to talk to the companion. It's a companion horse. So
what is a companion?
So
and I know we're getting off the subject here real quick, but this is her channel.
I'm about to say.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Go ahead.
A companion horse is a horse that the rider he walks with the racehorse, so that in case the racehorse gets a little agitated, gets upset, or they have the companion horse to kind of calm them down as they get to the gate. So I got to talk to one of the companion, the rider, and his horse was right there, and so I got to pet him, and so it was good. It was a very friendly horse.
When did we go out there?
A Sunday.
Oh, it was Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So we went out there on Sunday. She posted this video, meet Mr. Cheese. Okay. And right now we have, she has
almost 10,000.
9,989 views in 2 days. In 2 days. And it's an awesome video. She's there and she's talking to that particular person, and she's petting the horse at the same time. There's a horse. There's her petting the horse. I don't know if you guys can see that, but almost 10,000 views in a couple of days. It's pretty awesome. It's called the Foodie Ninja.
Foodie Ninjas 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, we actually bought into a racing horse, and he just got out. He's been training.
He's a colt.
He's a colt. He's been training.
We have a small share on the horse.
It doesn't matter if we have a small share.
I like to be honest and say we got a small share.
We still are owners of that horse.
I don't know how many owners they have.
They probably have 200, 300 owners. Who knows? But we still own shares. So don't sit there and pretend like this is nothing.
No, it's not nothing. But
Because
we have some shares on the horse.
we have a friend of ours that we bowl with, and he's invested in a horse also, and he won his horse straight no chaser
He won quite a bit of money.
has won several $1 million this last year.
I think he's had the horse for 3-4 years.
Yeah. So this is how it works. If the horse wins, we get a percentage of it. And so the horse won $1 million purse. A race, just one race won $1 million. So each shareholder
gets a piece
or owner gets a piece of that. That's why I say don't take it lightly, because
but
you never know.
I like to,
Well, we're not lying to people. It's not like we're sitting here lying. We're telling them we look. I can pull out. You know what? I'm going to print my ownership, and I'm going to print her ownership, and we're going to show people. It says owners, and that's what we are, and that's how I look at things. Carolyn says, "Is that why your ringtone sounds like a racetrack?" Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's his ringtone.
That's my ringtone.
That's not my ringtone.
Henry, you're Henry's companion horse. Mm-hmm. I'm laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sometimes I want to take that horse and just
put him in a cage.
Put you in a barn somewhere. And who knows? Mm-hmm. Anyways, enough of the horse. So we do have a foodie channel. She has a foodie channel on TikTok. Ninja Foodies.
No, Foodie Ninjas 2.
See, I get it screwed up. Foodie Ninjas 2. Foodie Ninjas 2. And so we go out there and we go to different restaurants, and she'll go out there and she'll show the different foods that we run across, and drinks and all that. And actually, it's been doing really, really well. I'm really proud of her because she's doing this kind of on her own. I'm just in the background, but it's her channel, and she's actually doing really, really good with that.
I have more stuff I can put on there from when I went out of the country. When I went to Shanghai and Hong Kong, and I have stuff from New York, and so it's just a matter of me putting it together and putting it out there. But some pretty unusual stuff I've had out there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She got me so inspired that I'm going to be making brownie cookies, and she's going to watch me, and we're going to do a video of me making brownie cookies. She says no, but I say different, because when you eat my brownie cookies,
a lot of sugar.
You're going to town. It's going to be good.
A lot of sugar.
I'm going to put them right there. We're going to sell them, package them. Hey, maybe that's a new thing for you. Brownie cookies.
No.
So moist in the middle. Nope. So good. Okay, we're off track. Talking about solar panel cleaning.
Cookies. There you go, Tara Lynn.
Weed cookies? No.
Weed cookies.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't want to go to jail. Selling weed cookies over the internet. It wouldn't be good. Yeah. But anyways. So anything you want to bring up this week as far as, cleaning and...
Well, I had a customer call a while back, and I guess he was doing his own bird proofing on his house, and he had asked the stuff that he got wasn't good, and, where do we get ours? And I would not budge and tell him. I said, I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
Yeah,
I'm not going to tell you.
We're still getting our material for dirt cheap. How long that's going to last?
And he was kind of not very nice. Why can't you tell me? Why can't you? I said, I'm sorry, but I can't tell you.
Well, when you have an attitude like that, why tell them? Because, we're here to help people, but at the same time, A lot of our competition, that's what they do.
Mhm.
They will call us and say, hey, where do you get the material? And then they'll undercut us. So when we go out there and we give a price out, we're putting the best material in there. The best material for our customers. We don't go cheap, but we know where to get the stuff. And right now, a lot of you guys are going to get hit, and you're going to get hit hard for summer because of the tariffs and because of shipping, all that. China already said everything that Trump is doing is going to go to the customer. So if they're going to go out and they're going to charge for 145, I don't know, percent for tariff, guess who's paying for that? You are. Chinese people are not going to sit out there and pay for it. They already said that.
A lot of the ports out here are being affected because a lot of the workers are not having enough work because they're
Well, the orders are canceled.
Mhm.
A lot of orders are canceled. So there's a lot of things that are going to be a lot higher for you guys. Whether it's whether it's bird proofing material or
It's actually anything, not just solar panel cleaning. It's any products that you want to buy, even repair work on like stuff around the house, all that.
gas.
Yeah.
$5.13 here in LA, a gallon. $4 cheapest that I found it was $4.63. $4.63.
I think it's cheaper in Vegas, right?
Oh yeah, it's $1 cheaper.
How much
in Vegas.
is it in Vegas?
It's got to be three something, 313, 315 maybe. I'm speculating. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Castro says,
yeah, insurance is high.
Are they solar panel cookies? Yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know if anybody would buy that though.
Carolyn says insurance is high.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
High as a giraffe's butt.
Mm-hmm. I know because my friend that does insurance, he tries, he does his best, and all the searches he's doing, it's very, very high.
Yeah. And a lot of you guys, for a lot of you guys who don't know that are getting into this industry, one of the biggest problems you're going to find is insurance, because there's only one company here in California now that handles commercial insurance. And when you get commercial insurance, you got to get auto commercial. You're going to have to get liability. You're going to have to get workman's comp. If you want to touch any commercial whatsoever, you better have all this stuff ready. Certificate of insured. You got to make sure that you put your they're asking for $2 million as a minimum for commercial. There's a lot of you guys that carry only 1 million. And in order to get 2 million now, it's going to cost you a lot of money. Shoe Profit says there are $2.80 for gas.
Wow.
In Texas.
I wish I was here.
Yeah.
that will never happen.
That ain't going to happen. We'll never see that here in California. We got all the city workers going on strike right now.
Yeah, that's a big thing out here. All the strikes, the city workers.
Oh yeah, well,
and the animal shelters are being affected too.
Yeah, that wasn't cool.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, our mayor, she decided that she was gonna
cut the
budget on animal shelters. Well, guess what happens to the animals? And I'm an animal lover, and Susan's an animal lover.
Dogs.
And we don't want to see any of them destroyed or what have you. But anyways, that's a different subject altogether. So guys, if you are thinking about getting into this industry, do your homework. Like I said, go out there and make sure that you guys check your competition. We got plenty of people that are calling. We got guys from Northern California is getting
saturated, I think,
like Southern California. And I've been watching this since last year. The beginning of 2024 was okay. The middle of 2024 started getting more and more people coming in. Fresno, Central Coast, Northern California. Southern California is already
Mhm.
cooked. Um, the other ones that are going to get hit really bad, and I hate to say it, is Las Vegas, Arizona, San Diego, and Texas. Florida. Those all are going to get hit really hard when it comes to solar panel cleaners. And if you are just a state that's coming in, they got new solar panels coming in, this is what happens. You get all these guys that come in, they put in the solar panels, and then they're gone. They leave. And then right behind them, here comes the industry of the solar panel cleaners. They come in and then they try to, clean solar panels, make money that way, and what have you. So uh, I don't know. Maybe you guys can vouch for me. I don't know. Tell me what you guys, Tara Lynn, Petra, John, Martin,
Shoe profit.
Shoe Profit, tell me what you guys are experiencing, because a lot of you guys are solar panel cleaners already.
And they
And
live
if
out there.
and if there's anybody that's new that is not even a solar panel cleaner, is thinking about getting into the business, let us know, because we want to know what you think when it comes to that. Because we can tell you till we're blue in the face, and some people will listen, some people won't. And some people would just say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do it. And it was funny because there was one of the guys that was listening to me the other day, and he says, I listened to your podcast, and there was a guy that was talking, and it just seemed like you were just trying to deter him, to get into this business. And he goes, but I didn't see it that way. I saw it as you giving him information so he can know what to expect when he does come into this business. And I said, that is an observation that people don't see.
But it's okay, everybody has their thoughts and their opinions on stuff like that. So, we're just here to give you advice and be truthful about it. We don't want to beat around the bush, like Henry says. Don't want to sugarcoat it, because if you sugarcoat it, then you kind of.
But that's what keeps. This is why people are joining our channel,
Mhm.
because they're getting the information, whether it's good, it's bad, or what have you. They're just trying to get the information.
Mhm.
And so when I talk, I'm a very passionate person. I've been doing this for a while. I was in another industry that got saturated, but I made thousands of dollars in that industry, and I had over 20,000 subscribers, 23,000 subscribers to be exact. And then these guys that were expert marketers, they came in, started charging a lot more, and then they ruined the industry. And then I got into this industry. And then now I'm starting to see the exact same thing. So this is why I'm very passionate when it comes to what we do. This is our livelihood. This is where we make our money. We make our money on this business. Okay. And so with my affiliate programs, with my products that I sell, with our YouTube channel that pays us, and our solar panel cleaning business, we make money there. So we make a good income, way better than a lot of other people. And I'll tell you that because we don't sugarcoat it, like Susan said. We tell people you can make a lot of money in this industry if you do it right. And some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's funny because there's people that do not know what they're doing. They don't have the equipment, but the first thing they're running to is OEM. They're running to commercial. They're running to solar farms. They're running to rooftops, carports. They're running to all the commercial stuff. And they're not even thinking about residential. They're not getting their feet wet. They're not going out there and experiencing what we experience every single day. When Susan got into this industry, she got well known as far as residential. As a matter of fact, I put her on the fire. I went out there and I said, "You take care of the customers, you take care of the phone calls." And she learned very, very quick. And then she knew exactly what a customer was. She knew who our competition was, as that was calling us, trying to get information from us. She knew exactly if it was a network marketer. She knew if it was somebody who was, trying to sell us on loans and so forth.
Mhm.
So you learned a lot.
Mhm.
And that's one of the good things that I do have is I have her that she's able to take a lot of that off of me. I can concentrate on my work, can concentrate
On being on the roof.
being on the roof, taking care of business. And if I'm up on a roof for more than 30 minutes, either it's 60 panels or 80 panels or a lot of panels, but you won't find me on a roof for so long because I got one job to go to the next job, to the next job, and that's where she books and what have you. Now, I will tell you, go ahead.
The thing I don't like him doing, which gets me nervous, is he's talking on the phone when he's on the roof, and I really watch him and make sure try not to be on the phone when you're on the roof because any little thing can happen.
Yeah, you're not really, and I'm guilty of it. I could be on the phone, I could be talking to
I'd rather
somebody.
that he's off, just focusing on getting the job done up there. Talk to people after you're on when you're off the roof, not on the roof. I don't care who it is. Don't be on the phone when you're on the roof. I don't care who it is. They can always go to voicemail or you can always call them back. Yes.
I can.
Mhm.
But she's got a good point. I mean, she does. I can't argue that because I always tell people, and we always preach it. Have two people up on the roof at all times if you can. Make sure that, or somebody on the ground that's going to watch you, that you're not going to pass out. You're not going to, have a heart attack or anything can happen. You don't have to be.
Or you got to watch the hose.
You can slip on the
Or
hose
the
or
pipes that hang out on the roof.
anything
those
could
little-
happen. And this is why I tell her we are not doing gutter cleaning or anything else like that where we're on the edge of the roof because it's not worth it to me.
I commend people for doing gutter cleaning because I see some of these 2-story houses and I don't know how you guys do it.
Yeah, well, it's very
It's pretty
risky.
scary.
It is. And you guys should be charging what you're worth. Charge for cleaning. Make sure that you guys are charging. That's one of the biggest things that I can tell you. Your company will not make money if you don't charge for your services. And we always make sure that we charge. And I always tell people, we are not the cheapest. We are not the cheapest out there, but we do it right and we'll get it done right the first time. And we will always make sure that we get it done right. So, think about what you guys are doing when you're out there and, think about just everything that comes into play. How much money you're spending, whether it's on insurance or gas or equipment, employees. Think about that because you are going to be spending lots and lots of money in this business. And I'm telling you right now, you cannot get in this business for peanuts. There's guys out here that I see on YouTube that are telling people you could get in here for a couple of $1,000s, and they're totally wrong. And they're just there for views. They're there just to uh, get your views, so people come onto your channel, because that's one of the hidden things that guys will go out there, marketers will go out there and do. Get into this business for $1,000. I made $30,000 in 5 minutes. When you see, little gimmicks like that, stay away from them, because they're not really telling you the truth. And look at the equipment that they're actually using. You got guys out here that are cleaning with water hose, and they're out there and they're spraying it right. And they're out there and they're spraying the solar panels, and they got a bucket and a mop, and they're cleaning. They're saying, "Oh, I made $2,000 today." That's totally BS, because people pay attention to what you actually have. Shoe Profit says, "What's the ideal amount to have to start?" The ideal amount is $30,000. Is the ideal amount. You're talking about your van, you're talking about your equipment, your insurance, your employees, your workman's comp, your marketing. About $30,000, you should be good. If you're spending less than that, then you're winging it and you're hoping that things are going to go well. And this is where I talk about your competition.
He says, considering someone should be starting residential.
Yeah.
Yes, because
$30,000 is. Go ahead.
But residential, because it's quick money, you get paid right away. Commercial is a whole different ballgame, and you don't see your money right away like you do residential.
And if you get into commercial, and I'm telling you right now, we pay everything up front. So we pay, if we got a contract that work out, guess what? We pay those guys. If we got to get a boom lift, you know what? These companies that rent boom lifts, they're not going to sit here unless you got an account with them, which is a net 30. You're paying them 30 days, or you're paying them up front. And like Shoe Profit said, net 30 and net 60. Yes.
It can be a net 90 too.
Could be a net 90. Our target, we are vendors with Target. And that was a net 90 when Rick and I started. Now it's a net 60. And we're still waiting for I think our December.
No, it was March.
No, January.
February. It's February.
We did, okay.
February. Yes, February.
We did it in February, and we're still waiting to get paid on that. The check's coming. It should be here this week or next week. But we had to pay for everything right up front.
It's because they go through, you have companies that go through a third party.
A lot of the big Fortune 500 companies will, and if you guys don't know this, they have a separate company that just does their billing and their payouts. So they will actually pay money out. Target is one of them. So they don't pay you directly. They submit that paperwork to the third party. That third party will go over there and send you a check if you're on a net 60 or a net 90. And they won't send it before. They will send it exactly 60 days.
Make sure whatever date you put on your invoice, that is the date that they start. Net 30, net 60, whatever.
Yes.
So make sure.
And if you want to get into commercial, you better have backup money. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of guys out here that are in this industry already that could verify, like Tara Lynn tells you, I agree with that startup amount.
Sometimes companies that pay by check, depending on your bank, some may clear it faster than others. Sometimes will take longer.
We have House Call Pro that we use, and so House Call Pro basically um, pays us pretty quickly. We also use credit cards take 2 or 3 days maybe
Mm-hmm.
for us to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta have to wait on that. If somebody sits there and go, "Oh, I'm gonna pay by credit card," okay, no problem. We know we're not getting the money right away in the account.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever money that we have in there is what we have in there. And so
Checks, we do welcome checks or Zelle. A lot of people have been paying us through Zelle because it's convenient, especially when they are not home.
that's the best thing out there.
They love that they can pay through Zelle because it's
No fees.
no fees, and it's automatically in your account.
If you can get your customer to pay by Zelle, do it. Do it all day long. And that's the first thing that Susan will say. We accept Zelle, a check, cash, or a credit card. Oh, I got Zelle. Okay. Beautiful. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to startle you. And then they say, okay. And then they're paying by Zelle, and then we're not paying any fees. Shoe Profit says, what is the largest cost when doing this kind of industry?
Is it the vehicle?
Is it the vehicle? No, not at all. It's renting equipment. Renting your equipment. Not everybody has a boom lift. Not everybody has a scissor lift. It is paying your employees up front. It is paying for your insurance. I can go on and on. We have 4 different insurance companies. And we pay every single month? Yes, we do. Don't look at me all crazy.
We have 2.
No, we don't. We don't. We have commercial. We have auto. And auto is different. Then I have the Jaguar. Then I got the van. I got the truck. I have the commercial insurance.
No, we have 2 different insurances.
No, we don't. You don't pay it. I pay it. And I'm telling you, when I sit there and I look at these bills, I was like, did we pay this? Did we pay that? Sometimes I get confused because we have so much shit that I'm sitting here going, oh, this is just insurance. And I'm not doubting her, but I'm telling you, we have quite a bit of insurance that we pay. So on top of that, we pay our employees or our vendors or our outsourcing. We pay them right away. So that has to get paid.
Yes, you can have your equipment insured.
Oh yeah, you better have your equipment insured. Yeah, you better.
It's going to cost you.
It's going to cost you. We have our equipment insured. See, people don't think about this stuff.
Also,
and that's a great question, by the way. Go ahead.
If you have a wrap around your vehicle,
that's different.
That's a whole different insurance that you do want to get insured, because if something happens and you don't have your wrap covered,
that's an aftermarket insurance. Just so you know,
if it gets into an accident and you don't have it covered, the insurance part on your wrap by itself, then you end up paying out of pocket.
If you're going out there and you're getting insurance and you're going to get your vehicle wrapped like ours is fully wrapped, make sure you tell your agent that your vehicle is going to be totally wrapped. That way they can have a separate binder for that to give you separate insurance for it, because you're going to have to pay out of pocket for that. We learned the hard way. One of our employees crashed the van, and I'm not going to say, but we went to Vegas, we came back, and it was a hit and run.
The back of it.
On the back of our van was a hit and run. We weren't around, but our employees told us somebody hit us. And I said, where? And they go, it was right here. And when I looked at it and I've been in this field a long time, and I do a lot of investigations to where there wasn't one piece of broken glass where they told me that's where it was. So how could I prove that to the insurance company when I took pictures and on the ground is completely clean? But it was a hit and run. And we can't say it wasn't because we were out of town. So when we came back, $4,000 later, we're getting our van fixed. You know, those are some of the things that you really, really have to pay attention to.
And if you have a claim on your insurance could go up, I think, right?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Our insurance did go up because of that claim.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you know, and you got to have that insurance. Anything can happen. I'll give you a good example. You got a gas engine and you pour in gas, and all of a sudden you start it and that thing catches fire, and your whole system is on fire because you didn't have a fire extinguisher. What are you going to do? It's up in flames. It's gone. It has happened.
And not to us.
Not to us, but it has happened. And your equipment's gone and everything is gone. And so you got to put that down for your insurance company. Your insurance company has to have that on there in order for that to be covered. And people don't think about that. And guess what? Your insurance is not going to be cheap. At least a couple thousand a year, at least, for your commercial vehicle, for auto insurance. So those are some of the things that you really have to pay attention to. Okay? But that's a great question. That's a great question. What is the largest cost when doing this kind of industry? There's just so much stuff that that you have to. I'm talking. There's so much stuff that you have to really pay attention to because it costs a lot of money. And if you're out there and you are in this industry, a good startup costs $30,000. Good. That's the right equipment. That's your van or truck or whatever you're going to get. Full insurance. Your marketing. At least $10,000 for marketing when you are just starting this business. At least. You're competing against guys like me, Tara Lynn, Petra, all these other people out there. You know, you're competing against those guys 24/7. There's just a lot of people that you're competing with. And you have to know your industry and you have to know your area. How many people are doing the exact same thing in your area before you get into this industry? You have to know that. If you don't know that, you're behind on the ball. You just don't have a clue. What is that? Do I hear rain or noise?
Mm-hmm.
Back it up. That's what I hear. All right, guys. We have gone on an hour and 8 minutes. We appreciate you guys coming on. We would love it if you smash that like button. Smash the thumbs up for us. At least give us a thumbs up and let us know if you learned anything today. And for those of you that came on, we appreciate you guys coming on. Tara Lynn and Martin, Shoe Prophet. Thank you guys for coming on. We try to teach people every single podcast that we do. We try to teach people a little something about this industry because people are naive when it comes to getting into this industry. and you are playing with a lot of sharks. There are a lot of sharks in this industry, and they will eat you alive if you don't know what you're doing or how to get into this industry. Remember, if you're barely getting into this industry, you're a minnow. You're right at the bottom, and you're trying to figure things out. That's it. That's the best way that I can explain it. And then you got these sharks that are up on top. They're getting all the good stuff, right? You're getting all the food, and whatever they miss dwindles down to the minnows. And then they get a little piece and a little piece, and then they get a little taste, and then they start learning, and they get bigger, 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 and bigger, and now they become a shark if they survive. And those are the words that I'm going to leave you with. If they survive, if you survive this industry, you're doing good. There are people who started this industry and are out completely in 2 years, 3 years, they're done because they just can't survive. And so that separates the men from the boys. You know, I hate to say it, but it does. We're getting off right now. Tink. This is Tink, by the way. And she
loves him. She does not leave his side. I know.
What are you talking about?
She's ready for us to get off.
She's ready.
She wants daddy's attention.
She loves daddy because daddy takes care
Daddy
of
doesn't
her.
pay attention to her. This is what she does.
All spoiled.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, who is it? Whoa, what?
JDM.
Whoa, JDM got here late. Yeah, sorry, buddy. You're gonna have to watch the whole podcast if you can. Watch it from the beginning. We got a lot of good nuggets that we were talking about. And for those of you that are on here, and if you go to TikTok, please sign up for Susan's TikTok channel. It is
Foodie Ninjas 2.
Foodie Ninjas 2. That is the name of her channel. And subscribe to her channel. She would love to see you there. Mm-hmm. And you know, and it's a different channel altogether. You want to explain what you do?
I introduce, where we're at. I just ad lib it, because I feel with TikTok, it's all a lot of ad libbing. It's all just being natural, just being yourself, and just, just not having,
For those of you that just got on late, she just did a video 2 days ago and has 10,000 views on that video already. Just on that one video. Had nothing to do with food. It was actually us at the racetrack, mm-hmm. and she was interviewing a worker there that was on top of the horse called Mr. Kessel.
Mm-hmm.
Queso.
Which means cheese in Spanish.
And she literally did a less than a minute video on that, mm-hmm. and has over 10,000 views, almost 10,000 views, 9,900 views since Sunday. Today's Tuesday, so only a couple of days. Mm-hmm. So her channel is really taking off, and I'm really jealous because
I try to find the niche. I try to be as natural, not like, oh, I got to say this, I got to say that. No. I like to just be natural, and, whatever pops up in my head, I'll just, just enjoy. I have fun with it. That's the key thing for me with this TikTok channel, is having fun with it and not being stressed out. Oh my gosh, I got to say this, I got to do this. No. I like doing it for fun. It's for fun, and, getting it out there, showing you what I see, food, anything that kind of sparks some, catches my eye.
Right. I was
Mhm.
just looking at some of this stuff right here,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just amazing. This one right here, this is a, I don't know what that
It's a
is.
pancake, but it's called a cloud pancake.
Yeah, it's a cloud pancake.
It's a Philippine. I think it's run by Filipinos. This particular restaurant, but
And it's got 9,791 views already.
they make these fluffy pancakes, and it kind of reminds you of like a biscuit that you get at McDonald's. It's similar to that as far as the look of it, but the texture is so soft that you slice right through it, and it kind of tastes like an egg, but not really. It's just you taste that the pancake, the dough itself.
Yeah, this one has 6,225 views. So she's really taken off when it comes to her TikTok channel. So if you guys want to join her on the TikTok channel, she's going to be doing she does lives too now.
Mm-hmm.
So she actually will do a live. We did a live out in Santa Anita Park and got a lot of people on that at the Santa Anita Park when we were there.
We'll be going to the fair, so I'll be doing
some food.
maybe talking to some people, some workers. Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Be talking to some turkey leg workers and
yeah, something.
Mm-hmm. We'll be doing food at the fair. Food at the fair.
And animals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I might be petting. I might be going into the petting zoo.
The last time and this is off subject, guys. The last time that we were at the fair, we actually witnessed
a
goat. Was it a goat or a sheep?
It was a sheep giving birth.
Sheep giving birth. Mm-hmm. And
it was very, very nice.
Yeah. And
actually, I think I have a video on that. Or after the fact, I think.
No, it was after the fact.
Was that after? Yeah.
Maybe we'll catch another one that's going to give birth, and we'll wait for it to shoot out.
Or sometimes pigs.
Yeah, pigs and the piglets.
Mm.
But anyways, guys, for those of you who are just coming in, Shoe Prophet says, awesome live. Thanks for all your knowledge. Appreciate that. Tara Lynn says, be safe. Hey, guys. Yeah, so with that being said, thank you guys for coming on. Don't forget to smash the like button up there, the thumbs up. That helps us out, whether you're watching this on replay or not. But thank you guys for staying this long, an hour and 17 minutes. With that being said, we'll see you guys next week. Next week on Tuesday, same time, same channel. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.